Antonio back again with another vid, man. I'm back. Got a interesting video, something different, Had to check out some fresh out stuff. I'm like, fuck it, why not? You know what I'm saying? I ain't watched it in a minute, but crazy stuff that goes on in LA County, prison talk. Now, I ain't never been to jail or prison and never want to go. And I know y'all don't either. And if y'all have been, get in the comments, let me know some stuff, Stories, whatever. But what I will say, I want everybody to get in the comments below right now and ask or say, what is the worst prison out of all 50 states? Which state has the worst prison?
Everybody.
If you're asking me, I would probably say LA is one of the worst. I know they one of the worst. It's just they gang culture over there. That gang culture.
Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on any dope prison talk we've been doing. I'm here with Isaac, trying to get a different perspective on some of the stuff you guys ask me questions about. Because it's better to hear from other people because everybody has a different experience. Now, Isaac, we get a lot of people asking us about, Big Kirk, have you ever been in there with any celebrities or any actors or rappers or people who were like, in the media? And I wasn't, really privy to anybody major, but, who have you been around or who have you done time with that was like, maybe consider a celebrity?
Well, I've done time that I know personally, like where I've done time with them. There's one, but I've been around like when I was in there fighting my case, I was around DMX showed up one time.
He's been in there a couple
times.
Yeah,
DMX, Suge Knight.
Suge Knight?
Suge Knight, yeah.
In which case do you think this was on? This is when
Suge Knight actually when he went to when he got after the Pac got killed, he showed up. I was in the county with him when he got arrested because he got arrested right after that. Right when Pac got killed.
Probation violation.
Yeah, he ended up doing 9 years. I was with him in the county and I was with him upstate.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then who else? The dude that got busted for killing not killing, but he was supposedly responsible for Michael Jackson.
All I know is Suge. Hold on.
Oh, the doctor.
I forget his name. Man, I forget his name, man.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. Was he pretty much a quiet guy, kept to himself? Or
yeah, he was pretty quiet guy. Like he was actually he was a pretty cool guy, man. I see him at Visit. We used to talk to him because they had us in cases in High Power. We weren't on the same tier, but he was we used to go to the same visiting.
Question of the video, trivia question. If you was in jail and you had one, maybe two celebrities, what celebrity would y'all want to be in there with? If they was in y'all cell and y'all was in jail, who would y'all want in there with y'all? Answer that question. Me? It's a good question. I don't know. I know that sounds like a terrible question to ask. Like, who the fuck want to be in? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if you was, who would you, you know what I'm saying? Me? I don't know. Nah, I don't know for me.
He'd be right there. We'd be waiting for our visit.
Who would y'all pick though?
Chop it up. Man, I'm trying to think of his name. I always ask my wife.
I'll think of it while I watch the vid though.
I know, I forgot his name. He's out now too, but he's the one they said was giving Michael Jackson the
pills. Yeah, the pills. And he has like, he's a tall guy. I don't know where he's from. He's like from Nigeria or I don't know, somewhere.
Like Africa somewhere.
He has like an accent. Conrad Murray.
Conrad Murray, that's right.
Conrad Murray, that's his name. And I used to talk to him and he'd be like,
that's pretty crazy, man, because he was right there with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, man. And so him, but the one that I really know, like, my boy, man. Shout out to Lenny Dykstra, man. I love that dude.
Because it really depends, like, if you up there, what y'all gonna talk about?
We were on the tier for 3 months initially, and then the next time, like, another almost 6 months. I don't even know how long we're in there. But he's actually still my good friend, man. We stay in contact. He actually helped me out when I got out. I needed a U-Haul to move out of LA, and he got it for me, man. And then when I got over there, I needed my first month's rent, man. I was doing bad. He helped me out too,
Oh,
man.
wow.
And
Good
he's been a blessing to me. I needed some work. He's living in Beverly Hills. I did some work. He lived in a mansion, man. I went over there, did some work for him. But we were in there. We got really close, man. He's a real good friend, man. Lenny
I
Dykstra.
remember Lenny Dykstra. I forgot what he had did time for, because he went in and he didn't do a lot of time.
He
did
got busted. I really can't say. I think it was one of them was GTA, or it was a. Honestly, I think they were bogus cases, man. They were trying to get him because he's a celebrity, man.
Yeah.
They were
Make
like
an example.
They're
they were
trying to
trying
get
to
a lot
make
of
an example,
celebrities,
man. And actually, in there, bro, something else happened. Can't really speak on it too much. I think it's a open case for him, but they did him dirty, man. They beat him up. The sheriffs.
Oh, wow.
I witnessed it, bro. They beat him up, bro, and all because basically who he is, man. Who he is, and he's a good dude, man. And he I don't know what happened, but they just went in there, opened the door, and they started beating him
You
up.
know what? Yeah, I want to speak on that too, man, because I tell people all the time, man. It's like you can be minding your own business, man, and people say, I say there's good CEOs, but then when you have so much corruption, the good ones aren't gonna stop the bad ones.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
you've been in LA County. I seen in Sac County, they call it the elevator ride. They put a helmet on the motherfucker, beat your ass all the way up the elevator, all the way down. And I know, what is some of the crazy shit?
Oh,
I know you seen the motherfuckers get down up in there.
Man, it happened to me, bro. When I started going to county in '94. I was 16, man, and the early '90s were crazy, bro. And the deputies, they look like you, bro. Like,
And what was that motherfucking remember the guy who went to prison finally? But remember he was the head of the building.
Oh,
Remember
yeah, Lee Baca.
Lee Baca, cold piece of work.
I filed stuff against him and the whole county, bro.
They were fucking people up.
That's a whole nother story, man. But
Damn,
the
the
3,000
guards
boys,
just
yeah.
beating niggas up for no reason.
When I first came
Just
up,
because they up in there?
like,
That's
you couldn't
that would
even-
be fucked up
if
if
you
the
even
guards
you
just
be
beating on you
walking
for
in
no
line,
reason.
if you even move your eyes
You already
and
gotta
make
deal
eye
with
contact
motherfuckers in
them,
there fighting
they'll
and shit.
snatch you out of the line, beat you up, bro. They did the not the elevator thing, man, but they'll take you in a little room. They'll beat you up, man, like literally, like beat you down, man, and hem you up. They left me tied up one time for a whole night. They beat me up. I was going through process and they beat me up. I had a swollen testicle, man, because I was running at the Montebello Town Center.
Damn, swollen testicles?
I had a strap,
I know
man,
that
inside
shit
the
hurt.
mall. And they tackled me, bro, and they kneed me, and my testicle swelled up. So I was going through processing in the Twin Towers, and
Was
this
she in New
lady,
York?
she tried to give me a property card, and she like threw it at me. She wasn't a deputy, but she was, what are like? They're like helpers, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're in the green.
Yeah.
Anyways, I didn't pick it up. I was like, I'm not gonna pick that up. And she went and she got her boys, man. They came, they handed me up, threw me in the back room. They beat me up. They kicked me in my testicle, man. They made it even worse. And then they
Damn.
hog-tied me. They tied up my ankles. They wrapped the chain around me. They put one
Can't
set of
imagine getting
handcuffs around
swollen
this way, one set
testicle.
of
I know
handcuffs,
that
and
shit
they left
hurt,
me there
boy.
all night, man. I was hurting
Wow.
all night, bro.
Just stretch like.
Yeah, stretch, like I lost feeling in my whole body, bro. I was
Wow.
screaming. It was like in a kind of, there's nobody back there, so nobody passes by.
Nobody even knows you're back there.
Nobody even knows you're back there, man. I was screaming, hey!
And how often did this shit go down?
That happens all the time. I don't know how it is now, man. But
When you were there all the time.
They. Oh, when I was there, they did that all the time. That was the
Shit,
norm,
you
man.
catch a nigga like one of
you get
them in
on
the
their
street
bad side,
nowadays?
they were getting away with it. Maybe
boy,
now
you
they
finna
kind of
get it, boy.
slow
I'm
down a
finna
little
beat the
bit
dog
since
shit
that,
at your ass now.
the case you were talking about with Lee Baca.
When we had that federal undercover was in there,
Federal-
they kept moving
I was
around.
in there. I was in
Oh,
there.
you
when
were in
that-
there?
I was in there when that happened.
Wow.
When that was happening.
And they were covering it up, remember?
They were covered up, bro. I know all of those deputies. That they called them the 3,000 boys. They were like a gang. They were
Wow.
actually a
Did they
gang.
have a tattoo and everything?
They were getting the tattoos, bro. 3,000 boys, and
Wow.
they looked like
Big motherfuckers.
They looked like they were mainly all Mexican, and they looked like gang members, bro. You couldn't tell a difference if they didn't have their suits on. If you see them in the street,
Wow.
they
You couldn't-
it came out. It came out because they were at Quiet Canyon in Montebello, and they got into a rumble. And they were all law enforcement.
Wow.
So that's how the news came out that they were a gang, so-called gang.
So you wouldn't even know. They thought they were just another hood.
Yeah, exactly. So they started investigating, and like you said, they threw in a Fed in there. They had a phone. They filmed it all.
That shit
And
crazy.
thank God, man, because I know a lot of people that were part. They got a lawsuit out of that. Out of that, a lot of guys that got beat up, these guys got lawsuits against the county, bro. And they got that dude. Lee Baca, he was a grimy dude, man.
Dude, I remember he tried to act like he had Alzheimer's so he couldn't do time. And dude, it's a shame, man. That, and I tell people, man, it's like you go to jail.
That shit crazy as hell, man. It's just, damn, bro. Imagine getting beat the fuck up. Then, on top of that, I mean, good thing they is caught, because if chances are, well, they probably be old now, but they wouldn't have got caught, they still would have been doing this shit.
So,
For no
You
reason.
be minding your own business, man. It might not even be another inmate. It could be the police.
They try to actually, real quick, they try to, when I was in high power 1750, I had a big thing against them, bro. Not just me, it was all of us in high power, but I was the main, I was the face of it, man, the head of it, and they were retaliating against me. They try to basically tear my damn arm off on the bars, because in the bars you kick them. They're not supposed to open those gates unless you're handcuffed, because it's high power. Well, they opened the gate, and I was barely able to get my hand off.
Oh, shit.
I got it out, bro, and right away, man, I called him out. I was like, hey, man, I was cussing all that. And I told him, hey, man, any whoever did that, man, be a man, come over here and show your face, man, and I won't do nothing about it. I'm not gonna write it up. I'm not gonna do none of that. But if you don't, all you fools gonna be responsible. And nobody came, bro. And I ended up, I was like, man, I you know what I mean? Because the pin, the power of the pin.
That's right.
There's more power in the pin than in anything you could do.
That's
Man.
right.
A lot of people, they want to retaliate with violence. You can't beat them like that.
No.
Man. You gotta beat them at their own game, man. And that's the only way you're gonna have any effective change, man. And so I wrote that up. And the next day, bro, I was already in high power. They put me in a place called G-Roll, where they have a camera in front of you like this 24/7. That's where I was at. That's how I ended up being with Lenny Dykstra. They put Lenny Dykstra in there. It was only five of us.
Wow.
And so they put me in we call it the dungeon. They put me in a jail within a jail within a jail, man. And because of that, man,
just because you're standing up for your
just
rights.
because I was standing up for my rights.
And another thing,
Yo, I'm
glad you mentioned that, because I remember we used to have when I was in jail, we had we called it a legal team. We called it Johnny Cochran. Me, there's a couple of Mexican cats. We used to all do legal
They
work.
used to call me that.
And they'd be like, hey, man, don't be writing to my officers, because they knew that you were smarter than a lot of the guys. See, people come to you.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. I had reached the point I wasn't afraid to do that, because I already had that label on me, man. I already had that label, and I really didn't care. Mm-hmm. They used to call it, some of them, they used to call it, the cops, they called it snitching. I'm like, no, that doesn't apply to you guys.
Yeah.
You can't, you guys are cops. If I do something wrong, you're going to go write it up.
Shit.
How are you not
Fuck, y'all
snitching?
getting beat
Exactly,
up.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So if you want to be under that, you're going to have to take the badge off then. You know what I mean? If I'm doing it because of something that you're doing against me, that's not snitching. That's exercising my constitutional rights.
That's right,
you know what I mean? Because I'm not asking for nothing extra. I just want what I got coming, and you know what I mean. I don't want no extra.
And you shouldn't have to be subject to getting your ass beat, just on a regular basis.
And if you do that, that's what would happen.
Yeah,
bro. That's what would happen. But there came a time where in the county there was a little shift, man, where anybody that was doing that, they would isolate them, like they did me. And some of them, they would even have them, they would call, I forgot what it's called, but they follow you with the camera. Everywhere you go, they follow you with the camera. I don't care where you go. Anytime you leave your cell, they'll follow you in case something happens. You know what I mean? So that's, yeah, that's.
Woo, it's some deep shit, man. There you guys have it, man. Big Herc and Isaac here with this prison talk shit, man. This shit is real, man.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man. That's... Oh, man. They be doing them niggas wrong sometimes. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, catch y'all next video. Remember, answer the question. If you had to be in a cell with a celebrity or two, who would it be? And why?